What's up everyone, it's a Knife Style here, and today I'm going to be doing a video on maintenance on my Spyderco military and kind of a PSA on you don't have to take apart your knives very much. So as you can see, this knife is very dirty. I've been using it a lot today. I did a whole lot of cutting with it, and I was in the dirt and the mud, and it really held up great. I actually like this knife a whole lot. If you guys don't know, this is a factory second that I got, and I got this knife for $70. The original, like this version, the Satin S30V with black G10 military is about $200, which I think this is the best deal that I've ever gotten on a knife, because really the only issues with the knife from factory second, or like that I think made it a factory second, is one, it was from 2013, so very old. I don't really know how that works out. And also the action was pretty gritty and the detent was just overly strong. I've worked all those out. Right now it's pretty kind of gritty because there's dirt in there and there's a little bit of lock stick. But what I'm going to show you is just how I clean my knives, and I don't really take apart my knives very much. This is the one that very well needs it, but I'm just going to kind of go through my process on making it look good as new. So the first thing I'm really just going to do is pretty simple. I'm just going to wash it out with water and a paper towel in the sink. So might not show up that well, but we pretty much cleaned everything off that blade already. And so now for the handle, it's very dirty right now, and G10 really cleans up very easy. Magic eraser is also really good at cleaning out G10. But for something like this, I assume that water will do the trick. So I'm trying to get it in there on the lock interface. Alright, so now that it's wet, S30V, it's not a very rust-resistant steel, but I still don't want it to rust, especially in the internals. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use some mineral oil and clean it out inside a Ziploc bag. So this is probably isn't the best way out there of cleaning it, but I do know that it works. There's all different ways to clean your knives, and this is this is my way. So take mineral oil and just put a little bit in there. And then make sure this bag is really tightly sealed up. And just get it all around the knife. And then I'll usually make sure that I get some in this pivot here. So I'm probably using way more than I actually need, but I'm pretty much coating this thing in a bunch of oil and then spreading it all around in here. And now I'm going to take it and then clean the whole thing off with a rag. All right, so I got it all cleaned up now. It looks really good, really not dirty at all. It looks great. My main issue with the mineral oil bath kind of method that I was using there is for the next couple of days, this thing will kind of leak oil, usually out of this backspacer or in the pivot area. And that's not that big of a deal because, I mean, it's mineral oil. It's food safe, really no issues with that. My only thing is it kind of makes your hands greasy. And I feel like the best way to do this and the fastest way would probably be to rinse it off and then maybe put some WD-40 or mineral oil or your oil of choice in the pivot, and then spray that out with compressed air, and then maybe add some more oil if you want to, or it'd probably be good by then. But I don't have compressed air. I should get it. I just haven't really had the need for it yet. But overall, this cleaned up great for how dirty and how used it was. The next thing that I need to do is sharpen this. So there is some edge damage throughout. I can feel chips here, a little bit there, and then at the tip also some. So I don't think I'm going to be able to strop this back, but really S30V, this lasted me through the whole time. I really like this steel. It's been good. I don't need anything more, and it's one of my favorites to use and resharpen. So yeah, I'm a big fan of S30V and just a really big fan of the military in general, especially if you can get one at as good of a deal as I got one here. And I would argue that for $200, it's still a really good deal. A lot of people are just looking for, you know, the best steel, and it's kind of boring with the S30V and Black G10, but man, this is just a really good knife. One of my favorite Spydercos, and I've just really enjoyed using it. All right, so this is what we are starting out with, or what the edge is looking like straight from use. So a whole lot of edge damage in there. That's kind of what I expected. I mean, I use the thing a lot, so it's not like I'm upset about the edge damage, but really, it did good. I never really ran into something that I physically couldn't cut with this knife, so I was very happy with how it did, and I'm just gonna touch up on this micro bevel. If you're interested in watching the full sharpening in this, I'll leave a link in the description to this video where I just kind of talk through the process, and you can watch me do the whole thing. Feels pretty good. I think it's just that paper's so thin, it's got to be super, super sharp to go through it. Let me check on a little bit thicker piece of phone book paper so that I can actually see if there's edge damage or not, because I feel like when that cut is cutting, it's just because the paper is moving out of the way. So not quite S-cutting, but I mean, for a couple minutes on a stone, that is a lot, and I'm probably not going to even touch it up after that, just because I'm going to start using it again, and there's no point to getting a absurdly sharp edge, and it is shaving hair. So really, very quick. I am impressed. This is why I like S30V. This is why I like the military. This is why I like these Venus stones. This is why I like Gunny Juice. I'm just liking every single thing in this video, I guess, and you should like this video. Shameless plug. But that's really all I got today. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you're new. I hope that you like this video. I know I had fun making it and fun using this knife, and I really feel like this military is the best deal I've ever gotten on a knife, and I'm going to continue to put this knife through its paces just because it's so good. It's a big knife, but it's light, strong, durable, great locking mechanism, one of Spyderco's most underrated models, especially for how old it is. Well, that's all I got for today. Have a nice day. I'll see you guys later.